This is Big Dreams, Small Pockets, a business and lifestyle podcast where we take you on our journey of making our dreams a reality. Ashol is a full-time entrepreneur with a specialization in digital marketing, and Veli works a 9-to-5 job while managing her businesses on the side. If you want tips, tricks, and a good laugh, keep listening. Whether you're new or you've been listening from day one, we thank you for tuning in and ask you to share our podcast with your friends and business partners. Without further ado, let's get right to it.
Hey guys, it's Ashol
And it's Veli, and welcome to another episode of
Big Dreams, Small Pockets. Yay! Guys, we have a guest for you today.
I know, I'm super excited. But before we even jump into the theme or what we're going to be discussing today, I want Ash to do the Haitian Creole word of the day.
Yeah, no, today was really crazy, so we had to use this word today, maledve. I should have said it to Shorty, but it's fine.
Slow it down, say it again, because I want to know what you're saying.
Okay, maledve. So
you didn't slow it down.
Okay, maledve.
Ve.
Okay, so it's basically someone that's just outlandish, rude, disrespectful, someone that's just over the top, just doing too much.
So would you say you're malade ve? Or like
so in
how
a sentence,
malade
you
ve?
would be like, Tifisa malade ve. That girl is like, you know, really disrespectful.
Tifisa malade ve. So y'all got a whole sentence. Wow.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since you did this. I just want to put it out there. Tifisa malade ve.
No, guys, like, we had a crazy day today, so that's the word that we had to think of, because we met a Karen, and it was crazy.
It was her cousin or her mother. Like, it was another level to it.
It was so bad.
She was so rude. Honestly, let me just tell you the story really quickly. Long story short, she was arguing over a parking spot, and on top of it, the girl she was arguing with was very polite, very kind, and sweet. She had the nerve to sit on the woman's car and start kicking the car, and then she caused a whole big dent in the car. Tifisa malade ve.
I have like harsher words for her, but today we're gonna keep it, you know, PG and cute, because she was just wild, very unnecessary, and don't walk around being that petty, guys.
Exactly.
It's not. There's no reason for it.
It's unnecessary and not good for your own health.
Yep. So today our topic is Forex.
Yes.
This is a very juicy topic. I know we've been skating around it for a while with the passive income. We've been dipping and dabbling into it. We never really gave you guys any real info. But now we have an expert here. Woohoo! Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey guys, my name is Malik. I am a Forex trader. I'm also a real estate paralegal on the side, an investor, and future attorney.
Woo!
Yes. So, tell us how you got into Forex.
Well, I first got into Forex, I would say, kind of through social media. I kind of seen a couple of guys, you know, making money through this weird app, and I'm just like, what's that, you know? And then I decided to, like, kind of do some research on it, because, you know, Google, you know, you can search anything. And then the Forex market came up, and I didn't really pay too much attention to it to begin with until, you know, I started seeing more people doing it, and then I decided to further pursue it.
Okay, and is this your first, was this your first experience with any kind of trading at all?
This is my first experience with any kind of trading at all. Like, in college, you know, they would kind of focus on, you know, stocks and everything, and that was cool, but, you know, it kind of takes a while to really learn how to trade stocks. Yeah. You really kind of just invest in it, and then trading is a whole nother animal versus investing, which is a more long-term situation.
Okay, and what apps do you use to trade for Forex?
Well, when I trade Forex, which is just an abbreviation for foreign exchange, it's really just an app called MetaTrader. And MetaTrader is an app you can get on, you know, the Google App Store or iOS App Store, and it acts as a platform for retail traders, which are just, you know, everyday traders that can communicate with the actual market. You know, with that, you would need a broker, and brokers, they're a dime a dozen, and brokers are basically just an entity above us that trade larger amounts of money in the foreign exchange market.
I have a question. So the MetaTrade app, does it let you actually trade the currency, or do you have to go through the broker to trade the currency?
So you are using the broker through the app. essentially.
Oh, so the app compiles brokers for you.
Exactly. So the app already has a list of approved brokers, and then we go and you enter your account through the app, and then they have your broker, and then you will make the account through the broker, and then enter that in the app.
Okay. Do they get like something from that?
So yeah. So whenever you enter in a trade, your broker gets a commission fee. Usually depending on how much your leverage is. Let's say you enter a 1 to 500 leverage, which is basically just saying that, oh, if I'm trading $1, my broker is trading $500.
Oh.
Their commission fee is just going to be 5 cents.
Okay.
So before we even get even further, I kind of want to take a step back and discuss trading currencies.
Yes.
So for some people who don't even know what this is altogether, what is trading currencies? What is the whole idea of Forex trading?
Cool. So yeah, so Forex, which is, like I said earlier, short for foreign exchange, you're trading currency, and pretty much everyone does this every single day when they didn't even realize it. Like when you go to, your fancy vacation to, Tulum, where everyone's going right now, and you want to trade it for pesos, that's foreign exchange. There's going to be a difference of value from the United States dollar versus, the peso. So what that difference is and the value is where you make your money at. And then the banks on top of that charge a fee for the exchange. Okay. And that's how banks make their money.
So you're trading against other currencies.
So you're trading the value of one currency against the other currency.
And it depends on the market of that country.
And depends on the market of that country. So there's different things that go into, of course, the value of a currency. It could be anything from, GDP, or it can be...
What's that?
Are we getting to economics talk?
This is the first,
right.
first episode of Forex, so we got to simplify it as much as possible.
I don't trade Forex at all, so I don't know.
All right, cool. So, basically every country, they have their value of what they're worth. And, GDP just stands for gross domestic product, which is the biggest value of output for a country. So that's really where a country's economic value comes from. So that would really set a base of where their currency is at. And then let's say, the United States GDP is higher than, Great Britain's GDP.
It's not.
The dollar value would be slightly higher.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Alrighty. And so for a lot of people, I know on social media we see different groups or teams doing trading. Now, I know a lot of people get confused between the network marketing aspect versus the trading. Can you break down this and separate?
Cool. Yeah. So this is where the biggest, I guess, misconception of Forex comes in. So Forex is not, these people attacking you on social media, like saying, hey, you work a 9 to 5, quit that 9 to 5. I got a business opportunity that is completely, it's none of that. So basically that side of Forex, which is, it's an MLM. So
what is an MLM?
An MLM is a multi-level marketing.
Perfect.
Cool. And I know it kind of sounds like, hey, whoa, what is that? It could be a pyramid scheme. But MLMs are completely legal in the United States. And it's a huge misconception. Most companies that you trust also are part of MLMs.
Yep, all of them.
All those companies that do, hey, the flat tummy teas or, the Fashion Over referral codes. Yep. Those are all part of an MLM.
We've been trying to split this affiliate thing down your throat for a long time, guys. These referral codes, all that stuff is multi-level.
Yeah, so the Forex thing, it's just a name slapped onto it. But the one that most people are seeing on Instagram is an MLM called iMarkets Live, which recently rebranded itself to I Am Mastery Academy. And basically what that is now is they're using Forex, foreign exchange. They've made an educational platform for teaching individuals like you and I how to trade in the market, and that's their product. And when someone says, hey, I have a business opportunity for you to learn how to trade Forex, as well as add another avenue of passive income, they're now not only teaching you how to trade Forex, but they're also adding you to their team of other individuals who are trading Forex, and then they themselves are building an MLM.
Yeah.
So Forex on its own, its own individual entity, it just combines and turns into an MLM when you have someone who is trying to bring you in, and then they come under you and you make money when they make money.
So basically what happens with an MLM is, let's say I bring you in, cool, and you are paying your monthly subscription for your educational package.
Yeah,
your course. I will make a dividend off of that. And then let's say I bring in 2 other people. Now, not only am I making dividends off of them, but now the person who brought me in as well is making dividends off of that.
Yeah.
So now this is where the misconception of a pyramid scheme comes into play. Because they think that only the people at the top are making money. And no one at the bottom can ever, reach that point at all. Which is completely untrue.
Yeah.
So let's say there's a person above me. And there are different ranks in the company. Let's say we'll just give them rank 2. 1, 2, 3. We'll give them rank 2. Now the person that is above me, of course, brings me in. And then they brought 2 other people in. So now we're all rank 1. So now, let's say that I bring 3 people underneath me. Now I move to rank 2. But the person above me hasn't brought in anyone else at all. So they stay rank 2. So now I'm the same rank as the person that brought me in. So all the work relies on me. And now I'm at the same position as the person that brought me in. You know? So everyone doesn't always feed to the top.
Yeah.
Your work in, building your team is what feeds your dividends.
Yeah.
That's your
So it's based
residual.
on your work ethic. And I've always thought that was something that's true too. Like you don't necessarily have to depend on a bunch of other stuff. Like in any job you do, whether it's passive, active, you have to make sure that you're working at it. So that's what basically the MLM thing, you still working. So don't get it misconstrued like, oh, you don't have to do nothing, you sit on your ass and you just get money. There is still work that's involved.
I also think with a lot of the times people will try something for a month, it's not working, but with all the things we tell you guys, all the tips and tricks we give, it's long term
Consistency.
You have to be consistent. It's not something that you'll see all these great results that you're seeing from people on Instagram. Most of these people you're seeing have been doing this for almost a year plus,
2 years, 3 years.
Yeah, so it's just like you it's easy to look and say, well, I tried it for a month, it didn't work. Well, did you work out for a month and did your body transform automatically? No. It's nothing you do in life that you can just, let me not say nothing, and everything is possible.
Yeah.
But, it's very rare that you can do something for very short term and get this great output. So I understand people may be cautious, and this is in no way, shape, or form us pushing you. It's just clearing up that misconception of the whole idea that it is a scam.
Yeah.
So I want to kind of step away from the MLM part of Forex trading and really get more back into the Forex aspect, because I know some people are interested in it, like me, are just interested in just the trading alone. I want to just ask you about what you would advise people who's interested but don't know where to start, don't know where to look. What would you advise that person?
For people looking to get, I guess, a foot in the door into the world of Forex trading, there are a bunch of avenues that you can take. Of course, you can always go to YouTube. YouTube
University.
YouTube University, of course. They got every single thing on everything. So you can always search in Forex. Boom. First video you'll probably get will be someone from a multi-level marketing company. I'm not going to lie to you. Those videos are very popular. However, if you really want to get into the nitty-gritty of it, there are certain websites, such as a website called babypips.com, which does have a free course on how to trade Forex, but the only disadvantage is you have to do it on your own, and not everyone has the time or the patience to learn Forex trading on their own.
Yeah.
It's not, it's easy once you get it, but it's starting out, you really will need someone to, reach out to a mentor or just someone who's been in the game to give you tips and tricks.
Oh. And the only reason I would really recommend having someone else with you, because it's just like going to class. You need a professor to help teach you. Yes, you have these YouTube videos, and yes, you have your other avenues. It's not impossible for you to learn that way. Like Malik said, it's just a bit more difficult. And, you know, it's really good to be able to have someone really break things down, because sometimes you have a question that the video can't answer. Yeah.
I also think it's important to just have mentorship in anything you're doing, whether it's, you know, drinking water from something properly or Forex trading. It's having someone that's already gone through the mistakes is so important. It's okay. So basically, when you have a mentor, you're just learning from all of their mistakes, all of the things that they can just pass that down to you. I have a question, by the way. What's that thing where you can like do practice money and the fake stuff?
Okay, so I mean, when you create a broker, when you create an account with a broker, they will allow you to have a demo account. And the demo account, you can, you know, load $100 in it, $1,000 in it, $10,000 into it. Really, depending on which broker, they have different amounts.
And that's fake money.
Okay. Yeah, but it uses real market scenarios. So the market is still active. You're just using dummy money.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you can't do that by yourself without a broker?
No, you would need a broker.
Okay.
100%, yeah.
How would they find brokers?
So, I mean, there are a bunch of brokers out there. They are a dime a dozen. You can, of course, like I said, you know, Google. Now we have Google University. You can search the top Forex brokers.
There we go.
You know, I have a couple recommendations. I would recommend, you know, Oanda, Oanda. You also have forex.com, which is another broker.
I hope they slide you some commission for this ad.
They do have their referrals, MLM. And then the one I use is called Hugo's Way. Now, these are offshore brokers, except for Oanda. So they aren't regulated within the U.S. economy, so they aren't taxed money. So by the time tax season comes around, you know, hopefully you got yourself a nice little tax preparer. But, you know, if you want the most money that you can get out of trading in the Forex market, unregulated offshore brokers usually tend to be the highest value.
Okay. I have another question. Would you like what level would you say you are? Are you like towards broker, or are you like...
No, for me, I'm just a regular
trader,
retail trader. I have more experience than most in it. That's where I've made, I would say, half of my net worth right now in Forex trading. So I would say I'm above the ones just starting out. I'm above some of the beginners, but there are people way, 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 way higher than I am right now. You know, the guys that are teaching others, educating others, you know, to do the same thing they do to make, you know, 1,000 a day, 2,000 a day, 10,000 a day. It's unlimited amount. This is a $6.6 trillion market, the largest market in the world. So literally the money making possibilities are endless.
Right. You ain't got no more questions?
Why is everyone looking at me?
I didn't want to interject. You don't have any more questions?
No, right now.
Oh,
yeah, the $6.6 trillion market threw you for a loop.
That's the big T.
That's the big banks.
I mean, how has the market been so far? Like,
so, I mean...
especially with COVID.
The markets kind of operate on their own. They have a mind of their own. Of course, COVID had affected the markets because, you know, everyone was working from home. A lot of people lost their jobs. However, the market's always in play. So,
of course. And
the best thing about the foreign exchange market is that you can make money off of a value increasing and a value selling. So, majority of the currencies, there was, of course, a decrease in value. So, you could sell more. There were more opportunities to sell. So, in reality, a lot of Forex traders during the pandemic actually made a lot more money during it than any other time.
Yeah. Because I'm just comparing it to stocks. During the pandemic, well, it's probably even now, like, everything dropped. Like, it was your time to get in. Because, I mean, like, they're slowly but surely increasing now. But that's when the whole market just set up.
Right.
This is it. Like, we dropping the pennies now. Everybody get in.
Literally.
It was crazy.
And I think that's really good because... with the pandemic, it allowed people who didn't have much to get in.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of the times it's like, oh, I really am interested in stocks, but I don't have the money to do that. I don't have the time. I don't have the this. I don't have the that. With the pandemic, with all the negatives, there are some positives like we discussed in the earlier episode. And this was a positive. It made it possible for so many more people to learn and jump in. You didn't have to buy 1,000 shares of something. The fact that you're able to buy one versus 3 months ago when you couldn't even, buy 0.5.
You're getting a fraction of a fraction.
Exactly, so this was really good. I have a question in regards to the buying versus selling. So for me, I understand it, but I want to break it down so people really know. Yeah. So now, give me a little bit of, the buy versus sell.
Okay, so let's say we're going to do two pairs that most people probably know, which is the US dollar and the Great British Pound. Okay, so let's say that you see that the Great British Pound is increasing in value, versus the US dollar. So usually the Great British Pound will go before, and its, abbreviation GBP. And then there'll be, of course, /USD. Okay. So now you have the major pair and the selling pair. So what you're doing is you're buying the major pair versus the selling pair. And then that means that you're expecting that the value of this major pair is going to go up. Okay. And then you see that it's still going up. So now you're actually making money because the value of that trade is increasing. Okay. And then when you decide to exit that trade, you get the money of the value that increased.
All the profits.
All the profits.
Okay.
So you bought it at a set price. The value increased to a new price. You basically traded that profit, and you gained that profit from buying the GBP versus the USD.
And so selling would be...
And then selling would be literally the opposite.
Okay.
So it would be the difference between whatever the USD is in comparison to the GDP or whatever. Yeah.
So where you start versus where you end.
Exactly.
If you end more than where you started, you made a profit versus, if it's lower than what you started with, you lost some money. But if you were selling it, if where you start it went up more, you lost money versus if where you start it went down, you made some money because you were selling it. You were hoping that the value would decrease.
Exactly.
And I just want to, do a little quick promotion. If you want here doing interview for us, are you in a MLM?
I am in an MLM. I am a part of I Am Mastery Academy.
It's lit.
I know. I'm a part of a group called BPO, Building Positive Opportunities. Ooh. We are underneath LBD, Life by Design. My chairman, 100, C. Guaman. He is a great guy. 100K a month. Yes, you heard it right. 100K a month. The guy has put in work. Consistency is key. And then we are under probably one of the more famous MLM, I guess you can say, entrepreneurs. Okay. Matt Rosa and Jason Brown. And I've
heard of Matt Rosa.
Matt Rosa is probably one of the most famous known network marketers out there.
Great energy.
Great energy. Anytime you see him, it's nothing but straight energy. Yeah, never a dull moment with Matt Rosa.
On Zoom, and he was just up there. It was like 9 a.m. I still yawning, and he was just like phenomenal. I said, wow, he woke me up. So that's awesome. And where can people find you? Do you have an email? Do you have an Instagram?
I have an Instagram. It is wow, that's always a thing, trying to remember your own Instagram handle.
That's fine. Is it this guy, Matthew Rosa?
Yep, that's it.
That's Matthew Rosa right there.
So if you guys have any other questions, comments about this, you can always ask Malik. Why not ask him on
there we go.
Doing it?
My handle is _Malik, Malik, Worthy, WORTHY. If you have any questions.
Sounds very simple. I'm not going to lie to you. That's the way you said it. Like, I forgot. I thought you was going to put a couple extra letters, abbreviation. Like, I thought something crazy was about to come out.
He just didn't know what it was exactly.
It was your name. I hope you guys truly enjoyed this, took away from it. Like I said, we are here to just provide any extra information for you. Ash, do you have any questions, anything to say?
I'm definitely interested in Forex. I look forward to trying it, testing it out, and, fiddling with it, dipping, dabbling.
And I did it as well. Malik actually taught me a lot of what I know.
And if I was consistent, I am pretty sure I would be making way more than I am now. But because I have so many projects in my life,
Well, you will.
Forex really is something that you have to give time to. That's one thing I can truly say. I respect anyone. And this is separating it from, like, this is just talking about foreign exchange trading on its own. You really have to give time to it. It's literally its own course. This is not just something you learn in one day and just, I've mastered it. Like he said, he's been doing this for years now, and there's still so many people who he finds are completely, like, he doesn't even know everything, you know. And every time I speak to him, he's usually learning something or just finished learning something. So it just shows there's always more to learn. And I think you didn't mention, or if you touched on it, I don't think we went deep into just like just general news. You know, how news can affect
a market.
The market.
Yeah, I think that's in any current market, besides like currency, stock, whatever's going on in the world will affect the market.
And that's something you got to take into consideration. So if this is something that you are interested in, just remember it's something that you will have to dedicate your time to.
Oh, wait, I have a question.
Go ahead.
So for people like me that are very lazy, there are options where you could just pay somebody to do, like, I don't know if it's a signal thingy.
Yeah, there are signals. There are free signal, you know, chats out there. There are free signal companies out there. Well, I mean, quote unquote free.
Yeah, but you could pay somebody basically to let you know when it's time to jump in and jump out of stuff. Because I personally don't have the time right now. That's why I haven't gotten into it. But when I do, I will devote time.
So yeah, thing on that is, of course, you know, those signal chats or signal clubs, signal groups, they're great. You know, sometimes you get in a trade that someone called out and, you know, you'll be in profit. But more oftentimes than not, the best thing to do is to learn a bit of the trade just so you can make your own analysis, and then you can compare it with that person's analysis. Because when you're taking a trade from someone that, to be honest, quite frankly, you don't even know how they trade or don't know them at all.
I was talking about like me giving you money because I know you know what you're talking about. Like, that's what I was talking about. I'm not talking about doing nothing with a stranger.
And even still, it's a risk because
it's always a risk.
Well, yeah, investing is a risk. Period. But if I trust your bet, if I trust your mind and your knowledge with it, I could just slide you over some cash. Hey, could you like also throw mine in there too? You know, like that stuff like that.
I need our listeners to know that it is a risk, because I don't want no one emailing us, hey, you guys said that. I didn't say anything, ma'am.
This is big for small pockets, but let's talk about investing.
Right.
This is at your own peril, at your own risk. Everything is a risk. Buying a car is a risk. Buying a house is a risk. Getting into real estate is a risk. Investing in the stock market is Forex trade. This is your disclaimer right here. Everything is a risk.
And we are not telling you have to do anything. These are all just more information.
Yeah. Yep.
So on that note, do you guys have anything else to say? Because I think I'm done.
No, I'm so happy that we had you here. Thank you so much
for educating
us.
So much.
Appreciate you guys.
This is just part 1, by the way, guys. We're gonna slide in so much more information. This was just to dip your feet into some Forex.
Exactly, and that's honestly what we are trying to do. Not trying. That's what we're planning to do with more guests. Just bring more people in who have more information and more knowledge. Yeah. Because to be honest, Ash and I were just like, what are we gonna talk about? I feel like I've used up my knowledge pool.
No, like, literally, like we talk about our experiences, but what do we do if we haven't experienced it yet?
Bring a guest.
Bring an expert.
So thank you guys so much for listening. As always, like, comment, share, follow,
subscribe.
Yeah. All of the good stuff. And we will see you guys. Well, you will hear us in the next episode.
See you.
See you.
Okay.